You pick up a book, you read every single words on pages. You have spent 20 hours reading that book because of your regressions and amateur rereading of chapters. Then after 2 months, you kept aside the book and feel a sense of accomplishment. And a sophisticated dude come to you and asks, "Hey, what you have learned from the book?" You vaguely reply, "This book is about astronomy." Then you become blank. If this also happened to you, then this book is the potion you shall drink. But why? Let's discover in this video that is going to take your reading skill on another level. Bear in mind that reading has three main goals: reading for information, reading for understanding, and reading for entertainment. This video is not concerned with reading for entertainment because it is effortless reading, while reading for information is when you read magazines, newspapers, and articles that is easily incomprehensible and can increase your store of information but can't alter your understanding. Reading for understanding is something to read that isn't quite intelligible to you because there is an inequality between the reader and the writer. But you can overcome this inequality by reading. So you have to put more efforts when you are reading for understanding. Generally, more efforts, more better. So this suggestion moves us to a fundamental chapter. You can't read truly until you can't read actively. What I mean is, don't sleep over good books. Keep your eyes wide, place pencil in your hand, and proceed. An active reader is a demanding reader who questions himself and the author, and the soul of it are these four questions that you need to ask when you read. What is the book is about? You need to discover the leading theme of the author, what is being said in detail. You need to point out the main arguments and main ideas of the author. Is it true? You can't answer this question until you have cracked down above two questions and comprehend the whole book. What is the significance of the thing that you have just read? And we are now ready to move on to another levels. Now we have come to levels. They are not lost on new ones, in fact, they are connected to each other. The first level of reading is elementary reading. This level is mainly concerned with the meaning of basic sentences. Like if I say to you, "You are watching this video now." You can't question why you are watching this video, but you ought to understand the meaning of this sentence. I am not going to waste any more time in this level because I know that you have cracked it unless you are not watching this video. Inspectional reading is a pertinent reading because it places emphasis on time to get the moves in the least time. Thus, it is similar to speed reading at some extent because it values understanding over speed. Inspectional readings require you to see blurb, title, index, table of content, and author's preface. If you read all of them, then you have inspected the book and can answer the first question easily: what is the book is about? Not much smoothly the second, and others can't be answered properly in this stage. However, it gives you idea whether you should dig down the book or keep it aside, or it can be a good warm up for a heavier analytical reading. The first stage of analytical reading is what is the book is about, and it has some rules. First state, you should classify a book according to its subject. There are basically two types of book: practical and theoretical books. Any book that is concerned with the application of knowledge is practical, and theoretical is concerned with something to be known. This doesn't mean that theoretical books aren't germane in this generation. Man hadn't provided with instruction always. He had to find the instruction using his intelligent usage of thing himself. Best way to classify the book is to read truly the little title and its preface. What Adler mean by boons is the book structure that seems to be hidden beneath its cover. You need to find its part and its subpart and its subordinate divisions and finally its relation. You can imagine a book like a home with many rooms and corridors, but every room has different use. You out to figure the rooms that feel most fruitful to you. This is the art of outlining. A good author may conceal his book organization, but you definitely can reveal it. But if you can't, despite of the efforts that you put, then the book is bad. And after you have completed its outline, then you should write a mini summary of that book to unite the author's problem, usually of few sentences and at most one paragraph. Now we have come to the second stage of analytical reading. What is in detail? First of all, for the communication to be successfully happen, it is necessary to comprehend meaning of terms correctly. Note, one word can express many terms and some words are more equal than others in a book. You cannot locate key terms without understanding the passage on which it occur, and the most important word are those that makes you uncomfortable. The author might also place extra emphasis on important words by distinguishing them with italics and quotation mark. Before starting, let's make sure that there is a distinction between analytical reading and syntopical reading. Analytical reading involves reading only one book carefully, while syntopical reading is to read two or more books on the same subject. First, make a list on the books on the same subject that you wanted to read and then inspect all the books on the list and determine which book is relevant to your matter. Remember, it is your problem, not the book. So give again inspectional reading to the book that you have found relevant to find the fruitful passages. Thus, you can't use author's term. Instead, frame your own terms that are familiar in most or all authors' work. For all this, you should frame some questions on your problems in a way and order that can be replied by all authors, either explicitly or implicitly. If your respected question is answered, then an issue has nailed between author of how he has answered that question. If there is an opposing answer, then you must frame it in order and seek out views of the same question by different authors. It is the most complex reading level, and I haven't comprehended completely because I am not doing it now. So I suggest you to read that specific chapter of the book. But don't worry, the above framework are good when you wear shoes, but to walk, you should deep more in this concept. I shall make a video on that separate level when I am prepared to read it because of its complications. Till then, wait and let's end video with the ultimate chapter. At that time, when I am recording this video, I have finished the reading of the book and it has given me some valuable insight on reading books and always made me felt how amateur I have been in reading. I was just can't move away from the first level and seems to be stuck in it with the delusion that I now know how to read concretely. But now I am from 0 to 1 at least from my before reading self. Because this book has altered my perspective about reading, so I tend to improve and improve by reading harder and harder. To enjoy the benefits of reading by fullest, we can grow our mind. My main goal is creating this video is to actually force you to pick up this book because you could learn more by reading 400 pages than by watching 10 minutes video. Till then, thanks for thriving.